Calm before the storm. That phrase perfectly describes the Bitcoin price action right now. We're actually about to see a very large break to the upside where we surpass prior all-time highs and start heading into the next level of high liquidity at $118,000. But before we do that, we are running into a bit of resistance, which is okay because over on weeks, we have dollar cost averaged into our Bitcoin positions since $77,000. So even if we do see a correction now, because of this golden crossover that is forming on the daily time frame, even if we come back to the point of crossover in the early $90,000 area, it doesn't matter. Why? Because global liquidity is heading to the upside. Oops, I shared you too much. And I think we will run to the next level of trade liquidity, which is located at $118,000. So in terms of our Bitcoin positioning, I'm not worried at all. We've been dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin positions, like I said, since $77,000. And actually, if you're a bit of a DGEN trader, on the 1 hourly time frame, I just did the moonshow. And I spoke about this inverse head and shoulders pattern. So to any DGEN traders, you could go ahead and market long this inverse head and shoulders pattern with a stop loss just below the 104.2 area and a take profit at $110,900 because that's where I'm expecting the price action to go potentially in the next 2 days if we don't see a reversal. And if you want to be trading Bitcoin, then you can use the first link down in the description below to sign up to weeks. And actually in 6 hours time, 7 hours time, the trading competition sign up is going to be coming to an end. So I'm going to be putting the link to the trading competition in the description down below. And all you need to do is sign up to weeks, which takes a couple of seconds to do, and then register. Click register to the trading competition because you will be able to win an insane amount of prizes for just opening your positions and keeping your positions open on weeks over the next month. There will be some insane rewards that I will share with you over the duration of this month. But if you don't want to miss out on this huge trading competition, then go to the first link in the description down below and sign up to weeks to start trading Bitcoin and cryptocurrency just like me over on this exchange. So I'll put the link in the first link in the description for you to be able to sign up, and you'll get an additional free 10 to 100 USDT, anywhere between that range, if you sign up and put your phone number and email to your account. It will be random, so hopefully you'll get an extra bonus for using our link in the description below. But I think we're warming up to $118,000 of Bitcoin. Yes, in the short term, we have that inverse head and shoulders pattern, but the golden cross has been so accurate to push the price of Bitcoin to much higher levels every time that it has formed on the chart. There's not been one singular instance in this particular cycle where the price of Bitcoin has actually went down after a golden crossover. When you skip this cycle and go to the previous cycle, the time of which we had a golden crossover was in 2020, right after the COVID crash. And look at this, Bitcoin just went parabolic after seeing the golden crossover. We also saw it again in 2021. We dipped into the point of crossover, went a bit below, and then ended up pumping 1 to 2 weeks later. So even if we do dump into the $90,000 region, I'm not concerned at all because we will likely recover and head to new all-time highs anyways in the next 2 to maximum 3 weeks time. When you look at the global M2 money supply, which I shared over on my own Twitter page, you can also notice that we're following the global M2 money supply beautifully. The 70-day delay correlation all the way to the 90-day delay correlation is almost exactly the same. We're exactly where we should be. Maybe a little bit of a small retracement, but after seeing that, we're going to go to the $0.15 million Bitcoin range by this summer. So get your bags ready. Make sure you have enough Bitcoin because we are going to $150,000 by summertime. And I'm for sure ready for it. I'm buying Bitcoin every single day, regardless of what the price is, because I'm confident in a much stronger Bitcoin in just the next 2 months. And by the way, in June, America is buying Bitcoin. So don't forget about that. There's only one bearish indicator. And unfortunately, this bearish indicator has an accuracy of like 98%. It's Jim Cramer calling Bitcoin a beautiful hedge against excess government debt. So over on the famous Mad Money show, yesterday he clicked the buy button. He clicked the buy button for Bitcoin and said that Bitcoin was a good buy. So this is the only negative indication that could potentially cause Bitcoin to dump. But hey, maybe this is the time where the broken clock is right twice a day. Maybe he will actually be correct with his analysis. Let's see. Unlikely, but I'm still optimistic that Bitcoin can keep heading over into the new all-time high territories, and we're bouncing, which is great. Hopefully this broken inverse head and shoulders, as we said on the Moonshow channel and just in the beginning of this video, takes us into the $110,000 region. Obviously, I'm prepared with a long position that I've opened very recently 2 videos ago at 104. It's a very small position, but I mean, most of my money is allocated anyways into positions we've opened before between $77,000 and $87,500 over on the Bitcoin price action. So that is Bitcoin. What about altcoins? Altcoins are lagging behind a little bit. We did see Bitcoin dominance just dumping like 1 hour ago, so altcoins were able to recover into the closing of the trading session. The most important altcoin of all is obviously Ethereum. We're seeing a beautiful retest onto the bull and bear market support band. I think it's fantastic. We didn't come down to the 2.2 level, which was where I was planning on opening a bit more of an Ethereum position. Instead, we came down to 2.3, perfectly retested the bull and bear market support band. And I think there's a very good chance now we continue to 3.8 to $4,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel this Ethereum 2.2 order. And instead, I'm going to go Ethereum and do markets and just put it into Ethereum now. So yeah, we don't have much money anyways, but we can go Ethereum 100%, USDT, open long, liquidation price 2.1, perfect, confirmed. So there we go. I just added more into my Ethereum position because I think that retest is pretty good and it will eventually drive the price into $8,000. And the reasoning for that we discussed with Benjamin Cohen, so we won't go into that over on today's show. I know there's a warning sign on the Ethereum co-founder depositing 260 million into Kraken. However, this has been debunked into him just shuffling his wallet. So it's not really too bearish of a news. The entire crypto market cap is creating a bull flag. And very soon, this bull flag will break to the upside. And trust me, your favorite altcoins will start pumping 20% a day again. So don't worry. The real altcoin season, though, won't begin until Q4 to Q1 of 2026. So there is a little bit more time. But the most bullish altcoin that is on my radar, apart from Ethereum, is actually Solana. Because like Bitcoin, Solana is following liquidity perfectly. And according to this liquidity delay and the Solana price correlation, you can see that very soon we should be expecting a Solana between $350 to $400. That's beautiful because it aligns also with my personal prediction for the end of the altcoin season for $500 per one Solana coin. So Solana is something that I'm hodling for the long run as well. I think Solana is looking very, very nice. And then finally, to end off our video today, we can look at the crypto breaking news. Yesterday, we got the cloture voting process for the Genius Act in the Senate yesterday. Hopefully, we get the full bill getting passed sometime this week or next week. This will allow one-to-one reserves and transparency in stablecoin issuers, which is something we need because at the moment, we do not have that. Then the SEC chair, Paul Atkins, said in a testimony to the Congress, he mentioned that Bitcoin and crypto regulation by enforcement is over in the new Congress speech. This is referring to Choke Point 2.0 coming to an end, which is what Trump promised, and he is delivering. Killer Technologies bought $9 million of Bitcoin. We have a bunch of companies buying Bitcoin and a lot of crypto companies and Bitcoin treasury companies up today by a massive percentage. And finally, $1 trillion Blackstone just revealed buying Bitcoin ETFs for the first time in history, which is pretty wild. But with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I am so exhausted. I've been up since 8 a.m. and it's currently 1 a.m. I had 2 exams back to back, 2 hours long each, plus studying with professors for 2 hours pre-exam, and then the moon show, and then I had to eat. And yeah, it's just been a wild day. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening, and I'm excited to see you back tomorrow after I am well rested. So guys, take care, have a wonderful night, and bye-bye.